Hello, friends. Welcome to our Capricorn gathering in the garden, winter garden.
Our group garden, our group space that we've been building together for years. Welcome.
This moment, it's a great time to work together. The top of the mountain, lit up with light supernova. So when we join together, the circle on the mountaintop, we can see further. We can support each other and through our service support the new group. So let us align through the mountain of light. Radiance we are, and power. We stand forever with our hands stretched out, linking the heavens and the earth. The inner world of meaning and the subtle world of glamour. We reach into the light and bring it down to meet the need. We reach into the silent place and bring from thence the gift of understanding. Thus, with the light we work and turn the darkness into day. Over to you, Daniela.
Thank you. Hello, friends. So each time at the end of our gathering for each solar festival, at the end we voice what we call a synthesis poem, which is a collection of sharings that happen after the meditation. And I will read now the poem that we collectively created during our Sagittarius gathering. And this is in order to remind us of the energies, such as we experience them at that time, and also to weave, yes, the necklace of our sharings and visions. So here it goes, just a minute. Forgiveness, appropriation of the vision are the goals. Invitation to hold steady while we are collectively bringing the Hydra into the light. We need to see the imaginations with the ideals, show the direction through wise understanding and forgiving love. We are going through a collective experience that has opportunity to fill us with empathy, love of family expanding into love of humanity. We are to grow and glow with one-pointed sense of responsibility and focus. Moments of silence when we are to stop thinking about what to do and start being, undergoing thus a process of redemption, seeking unconditional love. We can help prepare humanity for the reappearance of the Christ. Find peaceful, constructive solutions for the problems, holding all nations in mind when seeking for solutions. And so more humans becoming self-conscious and self-confident. Manifesting love through small everyday actions, listening to our intuitions every day, expanding our love unto others. We are to polarize on the mental plane and aim higher, from soul to monadic consciousness, so that unity can be precipitated and enrich the lives of others. Living discipleship, we become one with our goal. The huge challenges that we are approaching and the lessons we are receiving, we will be receiving, and the opportunities to serve are the opportunities to serve in the period of the planetary stress. And as we go through the crisis, we learn as much as possible, gaining wisdom from the situation and holding the humanity in the expansion of consciousness through this difficult situation. The heart is expanding by holding the pain that is now in the world. And we are at the same time holding the vertical alignment, placing us thus on the cross. Truth to be restored through silence. Truth, which is not an abstraction, but rather a cosmic law. Anchoring the living organism of truth, making it an energetic experience. A life of increased simplicity, of alignment and spaciousness, letting of what distracts and contracts, loving, peaceful thoughts, creating beauty and establishing heart-to-heart connections. On the level of soul, we hold you in our heart. Through the crisis, we are learning the right human relations, understanding what it means practically, and holding it as a practice every day. And we can speak about 11th commandment, which says, love all.
Thank you, Daniela. Those were the impressions of qualities of Sagittarius that we offered into our group chalice a month ago. Now, as we work with the energies of Capricorn, we prepare to open our group chalice, lifting it upwards again, connecting with qualities of Capricorn, and inviting those qualities into our life of service. Thus, with the light we work and turn the darkness into day. So we start with the astrological overview of the quality of Capricorn. And before we do that, just want to say that this image on the screen is the image of the Mount Tabor in Israel. And it's a mountain where supposedly Jesus got the third initiation of transfiguration into the light. So let us start. And Katya, please share.
Yes, of course, if we're talking about the qualities of Capricorn, it would take us a long time because it is an immensely deep and potent sign. But so let's focus on some. And I think the first and foremost is this raising of the quality of the silence that we had in Sagittarius, the silence of the mind, the focus becomes spirit, silent will. And we're experiencing it in depth, mostly when we are meditating in a group. Since as a group, we can reach and connect with the energy of will, the great center that we call Shambhala. And also in Capricorn, the ruler, that great being that we call Saturn, and another great being that we call Venus, is of great importance, because both are such constant part of our living. One of the lords of karma, Saturn, creator of concept of time, something that allows us to serve and to develop and to evolve. And Venus, alter ego of the earth, our higher mind, our spiritual partner. We tread this path. In each Capricorn, we can align with the great energy that comes at the sign of Capricorn every 7 years. Tibetan calls it festival week. So if we connect with that energy, we can project it forward. And each Capricorn, we can connect with it again, just to support people of goodwill. And a couple more things. Pluto, the great distributor of the first ray energy for disciples, the overruler of Scorpio, is getting, like, it's going back and forth, is coming back again to the last degrees of Capricorn. It is the moment of revisiting the last, most mature bits of our matter, either very dense or very spiritual, but both in need of transformation. So we can use that energy today as well. And last thing is the motto of the sign, the keynote. Lost am I in light supernal, yet on that light I turn my back. The moment of initiation, the mountain of initiation. Just the moment when the consciousness expands, initiation is taken, and then compassion allows us to turn around and bring that light through us, through our etheric centers, towards the darkened path. And we can clearly see how much light comes through. How far does it light the way? Do we need more? Do we need more as a group? And I think as humanity, we definitely need a lot. So that's about it. Thank you.
In the meditation, throughout our meditation, there will be stages where we will start with the alignment. And in alignment, because we work online, we work subjectively, the way to bring us together, we will have what we call naming circle, lighting the candles. So we still have a couple minutes before that. So if you don't have a candle handy, please prepare your candle and think about the quality of Capricorn that is most resonant for you, that you would like to offer into the group chalice, and the quality that you would be working in your meditation, because throughout the meditation there would be moments where we would invite you to activate that quality, bringing it into the light of Capricorn. So think about that most radiant quality of Capricorn for you. And also at some point of some stage of meditation, you might need to have a pen and paper to write down your impressions. So please fetch those too. And before we start, I want to share a quote, which I wasn't planning to share till the last moment, looking at this image of Mount Tabor with this windy road. It reminded me a quote that was shared yesterday in a circle when we were together with a group at Lightbridge Sanctuary. So this is the quote from Race and Initiations, page 496, 497. I would like here to point out two things. First, if you can so change your tension that you are driven by the life of the spirit, it will entail a galvanic upheaval in your inner life. For this, are you prepared? Secondly, it will not produce any other change in your environment and relationships. Your outer obligations and interests must continue to be met, but I'm talking in terms of inner orientation, dynamic inner decisions, and interior organizing for service and for sacrifice. Perhaps you prefer the slower and easier way. If that is so, it is entirely your own affair, and you are still on your way. You are still a constructive and useful person. I'm simply here facing you with one of the crises which come in the life of all disciples, wherein choices have to be made that are determining for a cycle, but for a cycle only. It is preeminently a question of speed and of organizing for speed. This means eliminating the non-essentials and concentrating on the essentials, the inner essentials, as they concern the soul and its relations to personality, and the outer ones as they concern you and your environment. I would give you 3 key thoughts for deep reflection during the next 6 months. Will you ponder on them? 1 each month for 3 months within the head, and during the second 3 months, brood on them in the heart. These key thoughts are: 1, the necessity for speed. 2, the reorganization of standards of thoughts and of living. 3, the expression of sincerity, sacrifice, and simplicity. In the many strands of light woven by the aspirants, disciples, and initiates of the world, we can see the group Antahkarana gradually appearing. That bridge whereby humanity as a whole will be able to abstract itself from matter and form. This building of the Antahkarana is the great and ultimate service which all true aspirants can render. So there is slow speed to the mountain, windy and long, and there is a fast way straight to the top. Both of them are valid, and both of them lead to the mountain top. But if we choose the fast way, the way of initiation, it requires us sincerity, sacrifice, and simplicity. So let us start our work today, and every stage of this meditation might have different form and doesn't necessarily have a traditional form of meditation, but we invite us to hold it the attitude of meditation when we share, when we talk, and when we reflect. So let us begin, and I invite Daniela to lead us in the alignment and lighten the candles ritual. And for that, I invite us to enable our videos that we could connect with each other visually and audibly.
We can also look at the light
Not
subjectively.
hear you.
I'm-
Something? No?
Yuta,
Yes, it was problem with our sound. Now
okay.
we can hear.
Hi, Kati. And of course, hi, everybody else, but oh, Hélène, and Gillian, and Karen. Hi, Annette. Hi, Grete. So, Let's light our light. Oh, now I will start, and then I will call to somebody. You will be invited to light your light and share the quality or the characteristic of inspiring characteristic of Capricorn that we will put in the chalice for our meditation today. And yes, I'm calling in from Brussels, Belgium. And I'm lighting this light for the coming of the greater light into this world. And quality that I am perceiving from Capricorn is freedom. I'm not able to explain how freedom, but that's something alive when I'm thinking about Capricorn. I'm trying to understand what Capricorn is. So how about Uta? Would you like to continue?
I'm lighting this light for continuity of consciousness from the highest to the lowest, and to ground that which we know, to ground it in our earth consciousness.
Will you call to the next person?
Oh, yes, I call to Grete.
You're
Greta,
muted.
please.
You're muted, Greta. If you can unmute
Yeah,
yourself.
no, it's sorry. I
Good.
have this little bird. It's my sign for freedom as well.
Hey.
And I will light it now.
Would you
Thank
like
you. And I will call Helen.
you?
I hold this candle for the quality of silent flight and perspective from the mountaintop.
Helen, you're connecting us from Jerusalem.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Would you choose the person who would go on with the
Kathy?
you're mute?
Gladly light this candle and add to the light in this small way. While I am deeply connected with the earth through my relationship to the mineral kingdom, which helps expand my sense of time and my capacity for patience and perspective. I'm calling from Hawaii, and I'm going to pass this to Jillian.
Hello everyone, Jill from UK, and I am actually lighting a tea light on a candlestick. And my thoughts are for service to humanity. Thank you.
You're muted, Jillian.
Yeah, if you could
Sorry.
unmute yourself and say.
Yeah. Anetta, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Annette wrote that she has problem with your video, but I think we cannot hear you, Annette. Probably you have problem with the microphone as well. And Annette joining from Denmark. Maybe you can write in the chat, Annette, the quality, Capricorn. Because I started already talking, I can pick up
Yes.
the
Quality, she wrote.
The quality of responsibility.
quality responsibility. So let's slide together. You.
Karen. We go do Karen first.
So we're connecting from New York, and my quality is the gate into infinity.
Katja Kaufman. To me, it is the strongest quality of service is compassion. Compassion, connection, this constant connection with the spiritual realm, this line. Sutratma, right? Antakarana. This and transmutation of karma. Oh, go and please, Karen, be our final say.
I have a candle here. I light it for perseverance, holding the mind steady in the light, which we're really going to need this next year, I believe. And I think of the mountain goat coming up the mountain, you know, the bravery and courage that, well, it looks to me like it is. I don't know what the mountain goat thinks, but you know, that they can do that is pretty amazing. And I'm from Portland, Oregon, and you know, we have a Mount Tabor here. We call it Mount Tabor, and it's an extinct volcano. So I think that's kind of interesting. I didn't think about that till I saw, you know, it was in your handout today.
Mhm.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
So let us now turn our eyes inwards, and we can turn off our cameras, not to distract our outer eyes with the smiles of each other. and we can continue holding the sense of our presence together, seeing the light of candles that each of us lit, invoking the quality of Capricorn. So let us see us being in a circle. Linking with each other with light and love. And will to good. Let project us the light of our hearts and light of our centers, symbolized by our candles, by light of our candles, into the group center. Seeing 7 flames of light, 7 group centers. Forming group channel. That connect our group personality with the group soul. And from the group soul, we extend this channel, our group Antakarana, towards the ashram of the Christ. We meditate on the quality of Capricorn. Sensing its vibrating tone, note. Recognize that in your life, individual life, group life, and the life of the planet, let us ponder deeply on this quality, endeavoring to extract quality and life, thus lifting it into the thoughts as high plane as possible. We will hold the silence for 5 minutes. sound Om and wait silently, holding the mind steady. This is the pause of reception. Express in your own words the highest truth of quality of Capricorn. Relate the theme of this quality to the present world opportunity, thus universalizing the concept, seeing its relationship to world affairs, its usefulness and spiritual value to humanity as a whole. Write down your impressions. expand your vision, looking forward for the next 9 years, recognizing the quality of Capricorn unfolding and leading us forward. We expand the horizon even further, looking for the next 27 years. Sound Om with the intent of refocusing on the mental plane. Choose an idea that the quality of Capricorn has evoked for you. Study this idea in connection with yourself, the disciple, active in service and the master's work, but not in connection with personality. Make this idea practical, enabling it to qualify and enrich your life. Sound the Om with the intent of making the sensed idea a part of your very nature. Now we prepare for the next stage of the meditation, the transmitter of ideas. Remember that as a disciple, you have realized that the knowledge of truths and the reception of ideas lays on you the responsibility to be a transmitter to others. As we prepare to share our impressions in a circle, offering them to the group chalice, recognize that as our impressions enter the substance of words, they become thoughts that we will collect as a group in a group chalice, empowering them with the focused intention of our meditation to be radiated to the mental field of humanity. Each of us perceives a part of the wider vision and thereby contributes to the seeding of the divine plan in expression. Let us share now. When you are ready, please unmute yourself and offer your impressions. As we listen, let us continue holding the meditative attitude.
Well, I'm Grete from Denmark. I can start sharing. My first impression was my little bird as a symbol for freedom. And it developed over the meditation, the freedom to fly towards the light and bring it down to meet the need. And so it was my service to the world according to the plan. Thank you.
Hi, this is Jill. What I've written is Capricorn facilitates the drawing of the group nearer to the hierarchy. Energies from hierarchy and Shambhala will reach group members more easily, and service to humanity and the planet will be greater than previously. Entry to the ashram will be near. For the next 9 years, I've put each Capricorn, more disciples will be created and the work will deepen. The Christ's reappearance will take humanity forward. The next 27 years, I've put the greater influence will come from other planets to aid solar system synthesis. And for the quality evoked, I've put the need for continuation of concentrating of soul and hierarchical guidance in life to aid service activities. Thank you.
Hi, this is Helen. What came into meditation was movement. I felt like a very small grain of sand. And as so, I define my next move forward and upward, a small move. It's like I'm propelled to the next level, opening to light supernal with a strong need of defining the space that can hold this light. Never getting to it, never reaching it, I mean. And but whatever I take from there, I offer it to a recipient to be spread. In the next 9 years, I saw also a movement that lots of old murky stuff has to be dissipated or just put in the back so that we can move more freely. And the next 27 years is a movement to wider worlds, maybe, like you said, Julian, other planets. Karma resolving, transmuting from the solar plexus, the noisy solar plexus, to the quiet heart, and leaving behind almost all that I anchored on and that does not serve me to serve. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I can continue. Uta from Germany. What came to me very strongly at the beginning was spirit in matter, and in various variations of it, the light in form, the divine in nature, spirituality in daily life, the sacred in all we meet and do, penetrating matter with my soul light, rededicating matter to soul intent. When we were looking forward to 9 years and 27 years, it's a wishful thinking. And it was all about respect for nature, developing respect for nature towards the sanctification of earth, and a growing consciousness of cooperating with the devas through resource management for the highest good, including for nature. And the idea, I wasn't sure that if that was for me personally, for each one of us personally, or some practical world idea. In any case, for me, it was what I said also before, the continuity of consciousness, including consciousness, becoming conscious of the earth grid. Not only the new group of world servers as a network of light, but also the earth grid that is already there from PowerPoint to PowerPoint in the earth. Yeah, and then I had all kinds of ideas, personal ideas of how to transmit this. That's too long. Thank you.
This is Karen from Portland. In the beginning of our meditation, what came to me was that Capricorn is about the rule of law and the golden rule, and doing unto others as we would have them do unto us. If we could live that, that would change everything. And then I think often of the sentence that we use in our Soul of Nations meditation, that every human life is sacred, and on the recognition of the sacredness of each human life and the oneness of humanity, peace is built. And then in terms of, well, as far as the future, I would agree that there will be more cooperation with the David Kingdom and also more awareness of extraterrestrial beings. And this could really change everything. And as far as practical, right here in what I call River City, there's a small group of us who are doing a meditation for the soul of Portland, because we are in a major transition of, well, a lack of leadership and vision, and we have a new form of government that's really quite different than what we've been involved with. So it's a major time of transition, and I care very deeply about what's happening in my city. It's a reflection, of course, of what's happening in the world. So it's my boots on the ground thing that I'm doing that seems important. Thank you.
As we stepped into the meditation, I was very tempted to weave into the meditation this connection with the PowerPoints that each of us has in our vicinities. And Karen, you were sharing on the mountain near Portland inspired to me. It was such this sense of presence of that PowerPoint was so strong coming through you. But not this time. I thought that it might take us a little bit further than the format of this meditation intended to. But the same as Uta, I recognize that the recognition of the planetary energy grid and incorporating it into our practice, it's one of the way through which we can establish ritual of connecting and cooperating with Deva Kingdom, empowering work and of the new group of world servers. The qualities that came to me, the keywords were stable focus, penetration to the next level of height and depth. It's that quality of Capricorn that allows to come through the most dense and unpenetratable substance, both in upward and downward. And it's the focus of our intention that allows that penetration to happen. Focused will, determination, sacrifice.
My meditation brought me into consideration of the process itself. So the impressions were mostly about how the goats endeavor to climb the mountain, and besides understanding through this that the essentializing is essential in this case, it also brought more questions than anything else, and some of them are about this seemingly alone state of a goat that climbs. Question being, is this state of lowliness actually only on the personality level and not so much on the level of soul, where the goat is, I believe, not alone? Also, how does it relate to the group disciple or initiate, or the worker, that the group that is going up the mountain together is a group? Can a group be alone? Or how does it actually manifest on physical plane, but also on others? And that's about it. There are other questions, but these are the ones that came most strongly. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. This is Kathy from Hawaii. In recent time, there's been quite a dissolving of identities. And I find with this Capricorn energy, an arising from the ground, from the mineral kingdom, the devas, in their full support of me, and a steadiness that arises without identity, of the path of service to light, of a awakening, of consciousness for myself and those with whom I connect and with whom I have an opportunity to share. What I see for the 9 years is tremendous density, that this light of this path, the purity from the stones, from the earth, and the steadiness is unmovable. It is not affected by the density. And it creates a opportunity for those who notice the light or the path to model or share that path. In the 27 years, I believe, that was the number, there was less density, but always the opportunity. There's an excitement. What is that? The opportunity of service that will arise next. Because that always expands me as well as enhances the focus of that service. Thank you.
Katya. To me, there was this result of connection. It's almost like a guide to the mountaintop, like GPS that you constantly send the signal and connect with this vision. But I also realized that the journey requires that what Sasha mentioned in the quote, simplicity. Not what I saw in this next 9 years and 27 years is the process of simplification of the form. On one hand, connecting deeper with the essence, and in our daily living, simplification and restoration of this connection to the Devic kingdom. As the vibration rises, this deep realization of our etheric vitality, of our etheric body, on different planes, etheric subplanes. In 27 years. Much greater realization what the cycle is. The cycle, the great cycle and the small evolutionary steps within each cycle. And realization that cycle equals life. Certain life of the event, of the process, of the goal, the life aspect of that. And what I see is a lot of perseverance. I think Kara mentioned that. A lot of perseverance. And a lot of temptation. But the path is set and accepted. Thank you.
Annette, if you would like to share anything in writing, please. And invite us now. I think we all share it except Annette and Barclay, who joined later. Let us hold all our impressions in the silence of the group chalice, allowing the impressions to come into resonant synthesis. And whenever, Daniela, you are ready to voice our summary poem of our impressions, after some silence, please do.
So, Capricorn poem. Freedom to fly towards the light. Freedom to bring this light down to serve the need. The entry to the ashram is near, all defined by a movement of a small grain of sand moving forward and upward, of a next step which is opening to light supernal. This is our offering to the world. Karma resolving from a noisy solar plexus to a quiet heart. We leave behind everything that does not serve the service. Spirituality in daily life, sacredness in all we do, penetrating the matter with soul light through a growing cooperation with devas, becoming conscious of the earth's grid, rule of law, the golden rule, recognition of the sacredness of each human life, recognition of the planetary grid, stable focus, penetration to the higher level of depth, focused will, determination, sacrifice. Steep path requires essentializing. Are we really alone? Arising from the ground, path of service to light, path of purity. This journey requires simplicity, a deeper connection with the essence, and restoration of the connection to the Devi kingdom. A deep realization of our etheric vitality. Cycle equals life. A life of an event, of the process, of the goal. Perseverance, temptation, perseverance. Task is accepted.
We focus our group sharing in the group heart, group altar. And we ask in the hierarchy for blessings. Taking with us what needs in our lives, in lives of our groups, and in lives of humanity. Using creative imagination and seeing yourself as responsible transmitter doing the work of the ashram. Breathe out the idea as formulated, live in thought form into the great stream of mental substance which is ever playing upon the human consciousness. We dedicate our service to humanity, closing our meditation with Gayatri.
O thou who gives the sustenance to the universe, from whom all things proceed, to whom all things return. Unveil to us the face of the true spiritual sun, hidden by a disk of golden light, that we may know the truth and do our whole duty as we journey to thy sacred feet. Om.
Like the night of cloudless skies and starry skies.
Nice. Until we meet again. Ahuiho.
You.
Ahuiho.
Ahuiho.
Happy full moon and Happy New Year. Happy 2024.
Happy may it be.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Onwards and upwards. Work, my brothers, work.
Hmm.